What's up, guys? Brian back with another video. Today we'll be continuing with our State of Decay 2 Lethal Zone guided walkthrough. Last episode we got reestablished. I set up my new fresh start so I could teach you guys how to beat Lethal Zone with nothing, and we got a pretty good start. We got a ranged weapon, we got a crossbow, I got a shotgun on base defense. Our resources are looking pretty good. We are low on meds, and so we're gonna take care of that meds. But first things first, we're gonna head down, take care of your infestations. Like I tell you guys, infestations can become a problem, and you see it's a big thing for new players to allow infestations to kind of grow out of hand, because the game does get kind of overwhelming until you learn how to juggle everything, and infestations kind of get put on the back burner because you're constantly worried about, you know, enclaves, you're worried about clearing play cards, you're worried about this, you're constantly worried about other things, and the infestations kind of just get pushed to the side because realistically they're kind of invisible. I mean, visually not invisible, but they don't really have much impact on your direct gameplay unless you're trying to go into an area. So it's very, very easy for you to dismiss infestations. But then once they grow out of control, then they become an issue. Once you have 7 or 8 of them on your map, you know, all infesting an area, the infestations can then become a pain in the butt, because now you're going and you're trying to clear them out, and they're taking so many resources, and infestation with 3 screamers is turning into 40 zombies, and it could really, really get messy. So try to stay on top of your infestations. The way I do it, as soon as they pop up, whatever I was planning on doing next, I put on pause, I go take care of the infestation, and I keep up on them. I literally clear my infestations as they come, and that's just how I do it. Now, you don't need to do that, but that is how I do it, and it does make the game flow a lot smoother. But we're gonna clear out this infestation, and then we're gonna head over to Spencer's Mill. I'm gonna loot this gun store here because I want to try to get myself a sidearm and maybe some more weapons for my community. While we're over there, because we need meds, I'm also going to hit this. There's a med site here. Like I said, if you don't have the map knowledge that I have, when you come up into this area, just hit these scouting points, reveal the map, and then you can check all of the icons and see what is what. But I have pretty decent map knowledge, so I know that there's ammo here, there's meds here, there's a tartan mart down here that I can get more potential meds out of. But we're gonna hit those locations, and then I'm gonna come over here, and there's a military checkpoint in this area that I'm also gonna check and see if I can get some weapons from. So
I strongly suggest nobody gets sick until we can resupply our meds.
I don't have any fire, but I want to see about maybe building a workshop. Yeah, so we'll start with a workshop. We're also going to have to get some materials while we're out and about, but that'll be fine.
Okay, people. You be good while I'm gone.
All right, let's do it. So yeah, that's my
If I take out the nearest plague heart, this might just clear up.
Oh, there's actually a military set over here. It's probably pre-looted though. Yep, pre-looted. Okay, so for infestations, you don't have to pull right up on them. You can park kind of far off. Generally how I take care of them. I'm getting a vibe that this... No, okay, so they're all outside, which is really, really cool. Makes this a little easier. Okay, so our morale is a little on the low side. I'm just going to pop the screamer. And then melee the rest of the zombies. Yeah, I don't want to waste crossbow bolts on this, so...
Do it. Gotta finish it. Last one left.
Whoa there, Swaybe. All right, so you don't have to do all that, honestly, if you want to just shoot them up from a distance.
I just didn't think I was.
I could have made that infestation a lot easier on myself, but I like melee combat. It's kind of my jam, so. But getting good at melee is honestly a very good thing. I did a Lethal Zone melee only playthrough, and mastering melee is honestly probably one of the more important things you could do for yourself. So getting good at it, a good place to practice is in Daybreak, where you don't have anything to lose. All right, so we got that cleared out. Right now, what I'm going to do is we're going to drive up here to Spencer's Mill, and we're going to go loot out some guns. So I'll see you guys when I get there. All right, so we're getting up to Spencer's Mill right now, and as you guys can see, there's a Juggernaut blocking the way here. Now, I want to go to this site here, and that Juggernaut's right here, so there is a small chance that he may follow me over there. So you guys want to pay attention to your surroundings. Don't just assume, just drive past him and park, because then a Juggernaut's going to run up on you. So you got two options. You can overdrive and try to get the Juggernaut to rubber band back to his original position, or you could just take him out. But I showed you guys this before. There's a road up here to the left. I think I'm just going to take out this Juggernaut because it's going to be some guaranteed plague samples. So I'm going to kind of get him to follow me this way. And we'll just hit him with the car. There's one. There's two.
All that hard work pays off.
Now this road right here is really nice to get the Juggernaut on because it's pretty straight and pretty clear of debris. Ooh, that was close. So we'll probably hit him once or two more times, then we're going to spin around again. Hadouken! All right, sorry about that. And let's go grab those plague samples. So early game in Lethal, as long as you're careful with how you're driving your cars, that's a very good way to take out Juggernauts. Early on when you don't have things like 50 cals and bouncing Boruses and all that good... it's probably one of the easier ways to deal with Juggernauts. All right, so let's go ahead, and now we can park over here safely. So let's smush him really quick. Now he spawned a bloater in, which is fine. We're gonna have to deal with quite a few zombies here. But the reason why you see me getting out, whoa, what the hell was that? The reason why you see me getting out of my car is because, ooh, good hit, dude, better hit, dude. You see the assist? So what happened there was one zombie hit me, stunned me into another zombie grabbing me. It was a good setup. Good shot. Now I gotta be careful here because I don't have any stamina items. Now the reason why I didn't take an insane amount of plague damage there was due to the fact that she is has an incredible immune system, and she has hygiene. So we're gonna take a second, come back down this way. We got grabbed not once, but twice. All right, let's get our stamina here. Hey, when you run out of stamina, it's dangerous. There we go. So we roughed through that. That was pretty rough. But the reason why I got out of my car in the first place was because the bloater was in the area, and I didn't want to risk trying to smush the zombies with the car, which I generally would have done if that screamer didn't scream. But yeah. But we're all good. We took a nasty bite, and we're pretty plagued up, but we're still good.
Okay. No Zeds around, but we can't secure the place with a plague heart close by.
Now, I had a viewer bring up a really good resource for new players to check out. It's Cogs over on Twitch. He pointed out that you guys can go ahead and check out the State of Decay 2 wiki for the outposts and maps, and each map it shows you all of the resource locations across each and every map. And if you guys don't want to take the time and, you know, go and scout everything, and you need a good resource that will kind of just point you in the right direction of what you're looking for, definitely give that a check. Check it out. It definitely sounds like something really useful. I used to use things like that for games like DayZ and all that. Project Zomboid. I would go ahead and use those type of resources because they really go a long way. Map knowledge is half the battle, especially on Lethal Zone.
Is that it?
Okay, so this gun shop was a utter disappointment. We really didn't get anything. Being able to loot everything feels so broken because of my crafting only playthrough. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to head up into, you know what? Let's head up into this. I don't have any stamina items right now, which I told you guys can be very dangerous. But I don't have an outpost in the area yet. I do actually plan on getting one. And generally I do that fruit stand. And we might actually go do that fruit stand because that's going to help with taking away some of that food pressure. And it'll give us a spot that we can go back to while we're looting out Spencer's Mill. They'll give us a good staging area for when we push plague hearts and all of that. So I advise you guys to, because this base, like I showed you guys in the last guide, should be your goal when you start a new playthrough on Trumbull Valley. It's a very good base. The setup, everything about it is nice. The slots, and this fruit stand here is right outside of plague territory, and it gives you a good operating zone to bounce in and out. But the reason why I'm coming in here is because you can generally get some energy drinks. Oh, we got a energy drink, but it's still better than no. Yeah, so I am a little disappointed in how that last the resources that we gained from that ammo. I thought I'd at least get a gun, a sidearm, a pistol, something. You know what I mean? Because that's my main goal right now, is just trying to get my hands on a sidearm. Okay, so we got a couple stamina items. Okay. Nothing great. So we're going to stop down. We're going to claim that food outpost. I don't know why I didn't get a food outpost last episode. I should have.
Let's hit the road.
It would have made life a little easier. I haven't really had a whole bunch of resource pressure, so that's probably why, but... Alright, so let's head down. We're actually going to swap her out too, because as you can see, she's getting tired, and she's pretty plagued up, so I want to get her in a plague bed, recovering.
Having a plague heart move in must really fuck up property values.
Okay, so there's a good chance that Feral is going to actually follow me all the way over here. Yep, he totally is. So what we want to do is we want to try to just bait him onto the back. If you could bait him to jump on the back. or just stop and roar in the middle of the road. And then you can squish them.
This place has outpost written all over it.
Wow, this place is actually chock full of loot, which is cool because now this will be a outpost. I'm only going to go level 1 for right now.
Is up and running.
I don't feel like...
If we want, we could spend some time and make it even better.
Right now, the food pressure isn't crazy. We're only losing 4 food a day, which is manageable. I could upgrade this, but I want to save my influence. I don't want to go ham and just empty it all out right now. There's no point.
That's a lot of
Got
stuff.
another bag of food. So at this point, we're not going to need food for quite a while. But since we're here, let's just loot all this stuff out. Seeds are very, very good for later on once you're running farms and stuff. All right, so we're going to send her back to base. And we'll bring out... we'll bring Hatchet out. Okay, so his gear and equipment is whatever. Like I said, I always want to gear up with stamina items, healing items. We don't really have that many great healing items right now, but it'll work. And grab our extra bolts. And there we go. One more container.
Well then, moving on.
All right, so before I take off from here, let me check my fuel because we're going to be driving across the map a little bit. That works. Nah, I'm just looting out these areas because why not? You know what I mean? It's right next to the outpost. Take an extra second. See if we can get it. And we got some energy drinks, so I'm actually going to go back to the outpost and swap out. Now that I have more than one energy drink, I generally like to run energy drinks over snacks because they're just better. You can do a lot more with them. Snacks only refill your health once compared to an energy drink that keeps you in the fight for a good, like, 20, 30 seconds. Let me see here. So, yeah, actually, I'll swap all that out. We'll grab those, and we should be good to go. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to head over towards this military checkpoint, and I'm going to see if I can get my hands on a sidearm, and I'll see you guys over there. All right, guys, so we are over here. Hopefully these locations aren't preluded. And we'll be able to maybe get a... Okay, so that is a play cart. And preluded? Nope. Awesome. Okay, so let's pin the car up here. And we're going to hit this location first. Okay, so we got a zombie coming. Now, I actually like these outdoor Plague Heart locations because it's easy to spread the zombies out. So we'll actually be able to loot that medical scent too if it has... there we go. We got a sidearm. Now, granted, it is not suppressed, so I'm not going to go around waving the gun like it's crazy, but we do have a sidearm. And I got a little bit of ammo for it. We got some more bolts and a military landmine. Now, that military landmine is going to come in handy for Plague Hearts down the road. More gas. Wow, okay. I'm not a huge fan of this crossbow, but it turns into a lot of parts, so that is a good thing about it.
That is a lot to carry.
Man, the heavy bolts still only stack to 20? I thought they changed the stack size for those. All right, so that crossbow's heavy, so we're gonna drop that for now. We're actually pretty full up. We can't really get much else. Oh, I didn't loot the meds, did I? No, I didn't. All right, so we're gonna head back down toward our outpost.
Can't carry that much.
Man, I really thought they'd change the stack sizes for crossbows too. We're gonna come back, but right now we're completely full, so there's nothing I can do. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is we're gonna head down to the outpost. I'm gonna drop this stuff off, and then we'll head back. So I'll see you guys when I get back. All right, so this was supposed to be a jump cut, guys. I was just gonna run over here and grab some resources really quick, and obviously there's nothing ever really quick about Lethal Zone. So as you guys can see, I came and the zombies were inside, and but it seems like they're moving away. So I'm going to give it a couple minutes. Now, that's the thing, is you can be patient. Zombies will move around and spread out over time. So if you go to a location and it's just chock full of zombies, just be patient, sit back and wait a minute, and let the zombies kind of disperse. Especially if your goal isn't to fight. But yeah, I just wanted to, because I forgot when we came over here and looted out the ammo spot, I forgot to come over here and get the meds. And I remembered on my way back, but figured I'd use this as a little lesson on patience. But I think they all might have cleared out from inside. Yep. So yeah, definitely take your time. Don't rush. If the place is full of zombies, you can honestly leave. You could just leave and come back at another point in time, and that might help you out too. All right, so let's just get this in a car, and yeah, I will see you guys over at the ammo location. Here we go. We are back.
I say they just want us under their thumb. Look, I'm sure Miss Weston has plenty of honorable folks working in her little army. But like they say, I got no problem with the fist. It's the head that comes apart.
All right, guys, so we just got back over here, and as you can see, there's quite a few zombies. So we're just going to kind of drive around them, line them up, and just try to squish them with the back of the car. All right. Now, because this is a play car, obviously there's a lot of zombies in the area, but... Whoop, don't get back in. Nice. So we got a decent amount of plague samples here. All right, so like I said, my main goal is to not fight the plague car here. We're just kind of just poking our head in and seeing if we can find some military grade loot.
Make this quick.
All right, let's see here. More crossbow bolts. So we are making out really, really well. Hopefully you guys at this point have gotten your hands on a crossbow. There's a ton of locations that we're going to go over right after I'm done with this, where I'm going to show you guys where you can, and they're all relatively in this area, where you guys can go and look for crossbows if you are having a hard time getting your hands on one. Wow, more bolts. Okay, so the location that we're at right now is over near the old junction, or Jurassic Junction area. Now, if you go down on the side of the road here, throughout this area down here, there's campsites scattered all throughout these little rock formations and stuff like that. You can see one over there, right on the... Let me see if I can go to the edge of the road here. There's, you know, they're down there. There's some right on the other side of this. And there's, if you go down past Jurassic Junction over toward, like this area, there's more campsites over there. Now, campsites are a very good place to go look for backpacks and, crossbows and things like that. And I'm actually going to go down, I'll peek down in here because I could use some 8-slot backpacks myself. 2 of my survivors only have 7 slots, so better than just explaining it to you. I'll just show you guys. Okay. But yeah, the campsites are a good spot to try to get your hands on backpacks, hiking packs, and crossbows, crossbow bolts, and things like that.
Sweet.
There it is. Hiking pack right off the bat. Now, I don't want to waste any inventory, so I'm actually going to drop that 7 slot on the ground. Okay, so we got a handful of zombies down here. Let me make sure this place even has loot before I invest. Nope, see, it's pre-looted. So before investing in killing those zombies and wasting time and arrows and stuff like that, I want to make sure that the spot was even had loot in it, and it didn't. So good thing I didn't do that. So I had somebody point out that they're having a hard time shooting with a crossbow. One of the things, especially, there's different sights with the crossbow, and if you guys are having that issue, I'll kind of give you a little what my aim points are for the crossbow. Now, when you have this sight here, that's like the 3 lines with the dot on top. What I generally do is I try to put the head right in between, like I try to line up the shoulders and that dot, and I try to put the head right in between there, and generally the arrow will go in between those 3 locations. Kind of try to picture it as a triangle, and like a triangle in between those, you know, the 2 lines and the dot. Just try to put the head right in there, and you should always hit it. Now, when they get really far away, for instance, like this zombie up here, it's kind of just like a practice thing, but now I know, okay, my bolt's gonna drop over a distance. So once a zombie's about this far away, which is hard to gauge because I can't give you guys numbers, or even like when they're like that far away, you kind of just got to play with it. Now I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, so this zombie is going to be probably about 2 lines down, and that was way overshot. So then I'll lower it down a little bit, and then you nail him. So it's just kind of like a feel thing. You kind of get used to it, but when zombies are within close range, just use that little triangle method that I show you, and that's probably one of the easier ways to get used to shooting a crossbow. Okay, so this place is looted out. Like this guy, I could probably just hit him with our standard aim method by just using the triangle. Okay, so now we got a feral in the area, and there's a good chance he's going to follow me down here if I get in my car. So what I could do is, I got 2 options. I could snipe him out with the crossbow if I could get eyes on him, or I could just ignore him and go down here on foot. That way he won't follow me. Okay, I think we're good. Now, a crossbow is one of your best weapons that you can use in an early game lethal. Oh, that was way too high. I hiccuped at the same time. So we're going to pop that. That was a good shot. Now, the thing about the crossbow, you got to lead the zombies pretty good. But yeah, crossbows are some of the best weapons to use in early game lethal, but the only issue is if you're not used to them, it is hard to take out on a feral with one because you have to shoot the feral, you have to reload on the move, and that's a challenging thing. Actually, I'm going to try to show you guys how to do that right now. Reloading on the move with a crossbow is pretty tough, but there's a way around it. So generally what happens, right? Let me empty out the crossbow. If you start sprinting... Like, if I'm sprinting, like, I mean, it's hard to just... right now, it's doing it every time. But sometimes what will happen is, when you go to reload... Like, for instance, right now I don't have a bolt in my crossbow, right? Now, the thing is if you go to reload and a feral comes at you and you have to dodge out the way, you see how the dodge interrupts your... reload animation. So like say I'm sitting here and I shot at a feral and I hit him once. Now he's coming at me. I'm dodging him. I'm trying to make, you know what? Where's that feral? The best way for me to explain this is probably in the situation, right? Just show you guys how to fight a feral with a crossbow. Now, generally, that is what the sidearm is for. If you are having issues with ferals, you just pull out your gun and handle them with the gun.
I better not let that feral charge me.
Hear him somewhere. There he is. Okay, so he's coming now. Now, issue is with ferals, it takes multiple shots from a crossbow in order to take them out. So what you need to do, you want some stamina, make space, hit a shot, right? Now, I can't reload, but what you can do is you can start reloading while you're sprinting. So you just want to get space between the feral and then line them up, hit them, dodge, and you just want to make space and then start a reload while you're sprinting, and then make space, line it up, and then finish him off. But because you can reload while you're in a full-blown sprint, but you have to wait till you get enough space in between you and the feral. So just keep dodging until you create a huge space between you and the feral, then start sprinting away from the feral while reloading, and that will give you a chance to get a bolt in, then do another dodge, create space again, and line up a shot, and you should be able to take him out.
Almost empty on that.
A little high. Yeah, ferals can be really, really annoying to fight with the crossbows. Well, plague ferals. If this was like Nightmare Zone and lower, disregard any of that because you can just do that same method and just kill the feral with the one shot. But if you miss, say you miss, because that's generally what happens. You panicked, you know, the situation's getting real, and you miss your shot. You can literally just rinse and repeat that same exact method against a normal feral on lower difficulties.
You've got a project on the back burner. Are you still working on it?
Okay, so who are the lovers? Okay, so they want fuel. Now, I do want to do this because we want them to become our allies. So we're going to quickly finish this up, and we don't want to miss out on this chance. Oh, campsite under the tree actually has the potential to give you some ammo. Okay, not really what I expected, but I said I will give it another shot over here.
I need a break.
Oh, wow. The campsite not under the tree. This is another potential ammo site. So take notes of this, guys. I didn't even know these locations were ammo spots. And ammo is actually one of the harder resources to come across in Lethal Zone. So if you guys can make your way over here, 1 to 2 ammo rucksacks for sure. Yeah, 2 ammo rucks. Granted, I can only grab 1 right now, but we know where there is one.
I don't want to stick around here for very long.
I might actually just drive over here and grab it.
That looks like a plague bloater.
I restocked for you. You're welcome.
Always want to make sure you recover your bolts if possible. Resourcefulness is the skill that you can teach your survivors that will increase their drop rate on getting their crossbow bolts back. Okay, so let's get back to the car and hurry up and try to get these guys. They want fuel, right? I'm pretty sure it said fuel. Yeah. Now, what I could do is I could just swing by my base and withdraw a rucksack of fuel, because I don't know if there's any locations that I can loot right on the way. And plus, I gotta drop these rucksacks off anyways, so that's exactly what we'll do. We're gonna swing by the base really quick. Now, somebody pointed out that you can snipe ferals from very, very far away, and that is a very good method. That's generally what I try to do, especially if I have like a long-range rifle with a suppressor or something like that. What you can do is you can shoot ferals. If you're far enough away from the feral, they will not aggro to you, and you can just shoot it. It'll do its little roar, and you can shoot it again, and you can literally just keep shooting it until it's dead. Or if you're on Nightmare Zone and below, obviously you just hit it the one time and it's dead. But yeah, if you have enough space in between you and the feral, he won't aggro or run up to you. Now, sometimes they'll get pissed off and they'll just start running around in circles. And but that still, at the end of the day, will create an opening for you to take a shot. But yeah, so definitely sniping is viable in higher difficulties for sure. In lower difficulties, not really necessary, but it is definitely viable.
Oh, just a bit longer, baby.
Oh. Beating our car up pretty damn good, aren't we? So I don't know if I have any repair kits. We're gonna have to check.
Here's more for the pile.
The pile, oh shit. We do not. So let me see. I can't even craft a repair kit too. That sucks.
We gotta get some more materials if we want to keep improving this place.
Okay, so let me, we're just gonna have to kind of deal with it. We'll see if this enclave has a repair kit for sale. Whoop, I did not want to craft that gas can, but we did, so it is what it is. I wanted to get fuel. Yeah, so this is the initial enclave that I started the game with. Gave him the plague sample. So definitely working with this group and getting our first ally will be really, really nice. They give you a good amount of influence.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll get a good enclave bonus. So we got Roadside Assistance, which is really, really good. Roadside Assistance, actually, I believe you get a repair kit and a gas can. And I think it's only 100 influence, right? Let me see. Supply drops. 150. So for at 150, let's test this out just so you guys can see what the Roadside Assistance bonus gives you, so you don't have to play a guessing game. I will figure that out for you. So go ahead and we're going to call it in. Now let's see what the cooldown is on it. There is no... Wait, oh, there is no spot nearby. Damn it. Now, this is an issue I've noticed with Trumbull Valley, is the supply drop locations are kind of hit or miss compared to like the other maps. I'm not going to buy any. The other maps, it seems like there's a lot of supply drop locations. This one, not so many. I've actually had an issue a couple times where I can't find the area to get the supplies dropped, but we just move around and eventually it'll pop up. If you guys do have this issue, just kind of drive around, try in different locations.
Hey, can I get a
There it
supply
is.
drop here?
Okay, so it dropped over there.
No problem.
Yeah, the spread of the supply drop locations on the original maps, it seems like they're a lot closer together. Okay, so there's a bloater in this area here. And you guys know we're going to take that out because in this narrow-ass space, the last thing you want to do is run into a bloater, so...
Close the door.
And somebody also pointed out that radio cooldowns. Now that we're talking about radio cooldowns, cell towers. These locations, like right here. No, that's a damaged cell tower. But there's let me see if I can find one on the map. Like, for instance, here, the Spencer's Mill Cell Tower. If you claim this as an outpost, what it does is it reduces your cooldown time. So, for instance, I use the supply drop, and it's a 90-minute cooldown. What happens is if you go ahead and use have that outpost, that 90 minutes will turn, it'll take, 15% of the cooldown off. You know what I mean? And that 90, this is not exact numbers, but that 90 minutes could turn into, 60 minutes or something like that. You know what I mean?
Before I started the network, I lived in Trumbull.
Look at that.
So as long as I'm around, that valley will always have someone there to watch out for you.
So Roadside Assistance, it's clutch.
My good friend, Raymundo Santos. If you need help, Ray is the guy to see.
He's down there, Lily. I'm no miracle worker.
Don't be modest, Ray. I can't imagine a Trumbull Valley without you there keeping watch.
So as you guys see, for that radio call-in, we just got our hands on 2 gas cans and an advanced toolkit. Now, that was definitely worth a lot more than 150 influence. A lot more than 150 influence, because if you look at it, the 2 gas cans, that's equivalent to 1 fuel ruck, which generally you can buy from a trader for like anywhere from 125 influence to 175. That's generally the price range for those. And then an advanced toolkit can sell for like 150 to 200 influence, if not even more than that. So we just got about 300 to 400 influence worth of equipment for 150 influence radio call-in. So I would honestly say the Roadside Assistance is definitely worth it. I'd use it on cooldown just to get yourself some free gas cans and toolkits, especially early game. It seems like it'd be really, really useful. So we went ahead and we got that squared away with this group. And let me see here. Is there any other pressing issues? We got a food trader here, which I'm not too I don't really care about doing right now. I think this is a good point. So let's get back to base. All right, so I had some really good math come through. Yeah, that request that we just called in was worth about 420 influence worth of stuff. So they're saying 300 for an advanced toolkit plus 60 for each gas can. That's 420 influence worth of equipment that you got for 150. So definitely worth it. Okay, so but Now, early on, you could go to this trader if you are having issues with food. Right now, we have our food outpost. We're not really hurting on food. Now, I could go there and buy a food mod, but right now, I'm not going to be, not anytime soon. We're not going to be investing anything into like farms or anything like that. Early on in Lethal Zone, you can sustain yourself pretty well with just outposts. And you don't want to dig into your influence too early, because our main goal when you first get into Trumbull Valley, because this starter base is pretty bad, is you want to get into this base. Now we need to save up 500 influence to move into this base. On top of that, we need to prepare for plague hearts. So I want to mainly focus on things that are going to help me take out plague hearts. And right now, the food loss is not a big deal. If anything, I'll end up upgrading another outpost, but I can't afford to tear down either of these. I could kind of tear down the workshop and replace that with a food source if I had to. Whether that I'd probably go for a kitchen if you are having issues with food, because the kitchen you're going to get more out of than if you built a garden. Like, you could build a garden, put a food mod in it, and get some food. But if you built a kitchen and you activate rationing, you're gonna actually save yourself a lot more food than if you built a garden. So I generally go to kitchen route. It's simpler, easier to use, and the food return is instantaneous compared to you having to wait on a daily basis to get that food return. It's instant, you know what I mean? Instantly, you go from 6 food a day down to 2, or depending on how many people you have in your community. So I go kitchen. You don't have to go that route, because rationing is kind of annoying to deal with because it's a pretty big morale hit. And you also lose like 5 or 10 stamina or something like that. The stamina is not really too big of a deal, and if you have somebody with the nutrition skill, which we could level him up to nutrition, it actually eliminates the stamina penalty. Or mitigates it. I don't know if it eliminates. I think it just mitigates the stamina penalty. And but you can also go in a kitchen. Well, it also takes away from your morale. But what you can do is you can go in the kitchen and just activate a feast, and that will counter the morale loss if you really are worried about your morale. So there's plenty of ways to work around the feast or around the rationing, but rationing, especially when you have a bigger group of survivors, man, rationing does more than you would think. Like, if you got 9 survivors and you activate rationing, you're instantly going to cut like 12 food off of your daily outputs. So it's definitely something to look forward to. I know it's not the most promoted way to get food. A lot of people talk about hydroponics. A lot of people talk about gardens, farms, outposts, but a lot of people don't really promote things like fishing. Fishing is another good one. That's +2 food a day, and people don't really promote the kitchen and rationing and stuff like that. So it's definitely things that you want to keep in mind. Getting a survivor with like the fishing skill, that is +2 food. So if you really are having trouble with food, you could start with a fisher. I used to do that when I would do my Nightmare Zone playthroughs. I would have a hard time keeping up with food. So anytime I played a Nightmare Zone playthrough, I always rolled a fisher right off the bat, because it just helped me alleviate some of that food. And that could be something that you guys do also. I know it's like episode 2, so you probably already passed rolling characters, but that is something you can look at. If you have a survivor without a 5th skill, you can actually go ahead and teach them to be fishers if you get your hands on the Rare Skills Trader. Sometimes they'll have the fishing book, and you can use that to train your survivors in the fishing arts. So again, guys, I hope this episode helped you out. I hope you guys are learning something from this. Leave me a comment below. Let me know if you guys have any questions or anything like that. And yeah, I do appreciate all the love, all the support. Smash that like button if you guys haven't already. If you guys want to watch these videos ahead of time, follow me on Twitch. I do pre-recordings. I have you guys over here in the chat. That's why you guys see me answering questions every now and again. I have people in chat pushing stuff out. And I like to, you know, if you guys want to interact with these guides firsthand, that's how you guys can do that. So like I said, if you guys haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.